English course that has the items you need for this class. So, unlike normally, you are going to get a note sheet / quiz and paper copy. From here on out, it'll be electronically online. Feel free to use your device to fill it in as we go through it. Or if you want to print one off and have pen and paper in hand, that can work as well. All you need is one, and that has today's date on it. You will hold on to this, as it says on the bottom, and turn in an electronic version of it. Scan it or take a picture. It's just fine. All right? So there are a couple of big questions we're going to answer for you today. Mr. Pettis?
So, number one, you might be sitting there looking at it once you get there. Why are you going to be in an Ag Symposium every Friday? Why are you guys going to be in this room with Mr. Sandy and myself every Friday? Any ideas? Awesome answer. To learn the importance of agriculture. But much, much more. I mean, there's a lot of different things that we are going to be discussing and having people coming in to discuss throughout the entire semester. But yeah, the main idea there is to learn how important and why agriculture is very important.
What classes do we have in here? So I'm going to call on you. If your class has already been said, put your hand down. Michael, what class do you have this semester with me, Mr. Pettis? Egg products and processing, food products and processing. Good. What other classes do we have here? Zoe? Good. Sophie, you're still on that too. What other classes? Adam? Marine bio? Advanced diesels? Good. Animal science. Good. Other ones? We have animal sciences, veterinary sciences, mechanical engineering classes, advanced and introductory. Animal sciences, a couple of you in here are there for that as well. We're going to have independent study students that will be in the greenhouse. We have food products and processing classes covering most of the gamut of what agriculture is. So our job is to bring people in here that are going to help you make the connections between all those classes. If you have your mind set on being a diesel mechanic, awesome. But what kind of machines are you going to be working on? Are they going to be planting plants? Are they going to be processing food? Are they going to be tagging animals? All of these things are interconnected. We have done our best to give you this half hour every Friday to remove the silos from our courses and put everything in one big pile that hopefully you can understand and make connections to. So, what is ag? Why is it important? That is our main focus for today. Quick video.
Any questions real quick? Going once, going twice.
have questions 1 through 5 already answered on that worksheet. 1 through 5. Let's recap those, that number 4 and number 5 right now. Number 4, who has the answer to that one? Question, Mr. Pettis, what is it again?
How many people does the average American farmer feed, and how many agricultural jobs do all American farmers support? So, let's look at the first part of the question. On average, one American farmer feeds how many people? 155. Believe it or not, do you think all 155 of those are in the United States? No. Roughly half of that. So the American farmer actually is able to feed people outside of the country. When it says, they feed 155 people, half of them live in other countries. So that's kind of the unique aspect right there too, when we think about how much we actually export out of this country. Second part of the question.
And what probably pertains to most of you and what kind of career you're going to have in the future, how many other agricultural careers, how many actual jobs do all those American farmers support right here in the United States? Did you catch that number? There's something million. Over 24 million jobs. 24 million jobs.
Think about that for a second. 24 million jobs supported by the American farmer. It's a huge number, right? There's a lot of different opportunities, that means, that are available for you guys that can relate to agriculture, that's not just specifically farming. It could be as simple as what? Any ideas? What about the truck driver that drives produce from the farm to the distribution center? Right?
Or the food scientist that develops a new type of yogurt. Everybody's screaming about Greek yogurt, but it was in your lifetime that yogurt was developed. Okay?
The engineers who take corn and turn it into plastic.
Or the packing peanuts that your favorite Amazon.com purchases come in. All of these careers are areas that you're interested in. They somehow support a farmer or the everyday person to ensure that we all have clothes on our back, food in our belly, clean air to breathe, and a beautiful land to enjoy. Food, fiber, and natural resources. That's what agriculture is all about. And it is all connected together. With that, we want to make sure we know how many unique career areas. So 24 million jobs, 155 people per American farmer. How many different career areas are there in agriculture? Used to be just over 300. With new technologies coming out, we're over at 400 different careers. No other area of employment, no other sector of our economy can say that they have as many employees, as great a diversity of job opportunities than agriculture. Agriculture is, always has been, and always will be the largest employer in any single nation. Even though only 2% of all the people in the United States are directly involved in producing plants and animals, you are still going to find more people in agriculture than any other industry. That's government, that's education, that's technology, engineering. None of them are as large as agriculture. So like it or not, you're probably going to have a job in agriculture.
And a little bit of food for thought too. They're predicting within the next few years, the estimated job shortage in ag-related careers is going to be closer to 60,000 jobs. 60,000 jobs. And I can't remember if that's nationwide or if that's just here in Wisconsin. Well, think about that. If that's just here in Wisconsin, think about it everywhere else.
9 months ago, the Wall Street Journal ranked the best 5 career areas to get a job in. Agriculture was number 2. For 1, huge shortage in all areas of ag. For 2, agriculture is paying big bucks, depending on what area you want to go into. Farmers are making all kinds of money. I don't think a whole lot of you expect to be a farmer. That's awesome if you do. We definitely need farmers. But they need supporting careers as well. And you can expect $40,000 to $50,000 coming out of high school, coming out of college, in very specific careers in agriculture that you're all excited in. So the bottom line is, you're in the right place. You are on the cutting edge. You are going to see and experience new technologies. You are on the wave of new trends, because as the world grows to 9 billion people in your lifetime and beyond, everybody needs to eat, everybody needs to wear clothes, we all need houses to live in, and we gotta have clean air, water, and other natural resources to enjoy and live off of.
Exactly. So that can kind of lead us into our next question, and number 5, because I don't think we answered it yet. The world population, 2080 was 6.5 billion people. What will it be by 2015? Or 2050. It's 2015 right now. 2050. So 35 years down the road. Any ideas? The video is saying that it was going to increase by how many people by then? 8 times. So 8 times from the amount of people being born per day. If you remember, the video is saying that by 2015, our world population is going to grow by 2.5 billion. So that would put us at 9 billion people. 9 billion people.
Wow.
It's huge.
So that's just a beginning taste of what we hope to help you to begin to grasp, and be able to articulate to other people around you, understand the stories that happen in the news as you grow up and grow older and choose, eat, wear clothes, live in houses, breathe air. So we're going to bring in other speakers. You're not going to see Mr. Pettis and I talking every single Friday. They're going to have guest lecturers in here, experts out in their field that have incredible stories, amazing videos, pictures, and careers to expose you to help you explore, to figure out where can I go in the future, what seems interesting and exciting to me. And we are going to bring in veterinarians, agronomists, bring in a farmer or two.
We're bringing nutritionists.
Diesel mechanics, somebody who manages a plant. Cheese makers, you're going to get to see and experience a lot of different people. And if you have an Ag class second semester, it'll be a whole new crew of people as well. We have quite a few people lined up, ready to go for the next month, month and a half, and some others floating out there. But there's an opportunity on that sheet for you to give us some suggestions. Does your mom, dad, uncle, grandma, grandpa, do they have a career in agriculture that they would love to share with high school students? Do you know somebody that would be a great speaker for us? For you? Let us know. Get us in contact with them. Use that number 7 to improve the quality of what it is you get to experience during this Ag Symposium.
And you guys can also look at number 8. What kind of topics do you guys actually want to hear? This is your chance to give us your suggestions on the wide variety of topics that it could be. It could be you want to hear something about meat processing. So what we would do, bring in either USDA inspector or custom meat butcher, processor.
Maybe you want to have a person who owns and runs the young zoo to come down here and bring some tiger pups in and talk about tiger pups for half an hour. How is that connected to agriculture? Well, they'll help you make those connections. Okay? So give us some suggestions. The world is your oyster right now. We're not opposed to anything. And we'll fit in everything we possibly can. Number 9, like we said, they're in the process of creating a Canvas class that is dedicated just to the Ag Symposium. Everybody in an Ag class will be uploaded into that. Okay? You'll have access to our recordings from each session, so if you missed, you can go on, watch the recording, catch up. Your quiz note sheets, just like we had today, that'll help you follow along and focus in on the big rocks, the big points of our lectures. Those will be on there as well, so you can access those via your phone, fill them out via your phone, or print them off, like I said before, if you'd rather have that. So make sure you come to your Ag Symposiums with this note sheet ready to go. And then you won't turn it into that Canvas course, you'll actually turn it into your grading course, because that's the thing about the Flex Mod is you're graded in your teacher of record course. So whatever Canvas course that is you have with Mr. Pettis or myself, that's where you'll turn it in electronically, right in there.
Yep, exactly. So,
The other thing we have for you, Mr. Pettis, actually 2 things you can't forget. Yes, agriculture is huge, but it's not alone in the area of education that it's housed in. In our wonderful Wisconsin Department of Construction, we are what they call a CTE, Career and Technical Education. We're focusing on careers during this half hour every week. Careers in agriculture, bringing in experts in those fields to talk to you about their careers. So that's our career side. And technical education, well, that includes other parts of the school. That includes the tech ed classes that you take. That includes some of the art classes you might take. Business classes as well. And your health occupation classes as well as
family and consumer sciences. So a lot of different areas that are going to be kind of going under the CTE area. It's kind of been out there proven that those who take CTE classes, it doesn't matter if it's ag or FACS or if it's tech ed, their graduation rates through the roof.
Yeah.
Compared to those who don't. So just by being in here, you guys have a greater chance of graduating high school than if you didn't.
The other aspect about any CTE is that there's also a student organization that goes along with it, right? Tech Ed has Skills USA. I forget what face it's called.
FCCLA.
FCCLA, there we go. Business has FBLA. If we had DECA, that would be for marketing, or POSA, that'd be for health occupation services. And agriculture has the one, the original, that started it all off, that set up the framework for what career and technical education is all about, that gives you more opportunities, more money, more grants, more scholarships, more competitions than any other one out there. We got a little secret for you. We have been able to make your membership into the FFA totally free. In taking an ag class, you are now a local, state, and national FFA member. So there is no barrier between you going, I don't want to pay 10 or 20 bucks to do something. Just do it. If you find something, an activity, a competition, a grant, a scholarship, some money that the FFA wants to give you because you're interested in a specific area of agriculture, maybe some tires if you're restoring a tractor, we had a couple of those last year. The opportunities are endless. It's free. Just do it. Sign up for it. Participate. Get the most out of it. Okay? If you choose to do one thing this year, that's better than doing nothing. We're not saying you have to go up to the buffet that is FFA and do every single thing, but at least try something. The opportunity is there for you. It is completely free. So the other half of what we're going to discover today is what is FFA? What is it all about? You might have some preconceived notions, but we're going to hope to demolish those with this quick little video that will cover the last couple questions on that sheet.
When the National FFA was founded more than 85 years ago, the world was a much simpler place.
Our country was a simpler place.
It was a time when about a quarter of all Americans were engaged in agriculture.
A time when many farms still operated without electricity.
When a short trip to town actually meant a pretty long ride.
Times have changed. And agriculture has changed, offering new opportunities and careers in fields like business, education, production, and research.
That means FFA has changed too.
FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education.
We're strengthening American agriculture and providing our members with the skills needed to build healthy local communities, a strong nation, and a sustainable world.
Today, less than 2% of Americans are engaged in production agriculture, but our membership is at an all-time high.
And as we've grown, one thing has come to represent the pride we have in our organization.
It's not a song, or a slogan, or a flag.
It's a simple blue corduroy jacket.
Without it, I'm just one person. Just one voice.
But with it, I know that more than 500,000 others have my back.
That more than 500,000 others are helping me tackle some of the world's toughest challenges.
Like feeding the world, stewarding our natural resources, and finding solutions for agricultural sustainability.
And we're doing it together, with the help of our families, our teachers and supporters, We are learning to do,
doing to learn,
earning to live,
and living to serve through our local chapters and state associations and at our conventions and conferences.
by becoming thought leaders and advocates for what we know is right.
We are the next generation of agriculture, committed, passionate, and proud to be among those who feed the world.
Powered by our spirit, guided by our mission.
Symbolized by a simple blue corduroy jacket.
We are the next generation of agriculture.
It's our turn now.
Let's show the world what we can achieve together.
We are
FFA.
Not only are Mr. Pettis and I your agriculture teachers, but your FFA advisors. And we hope that this year, through the way we have harnessed the potential of the Flex Bond, through the way that we have opened up membership to not be a barrier for you anymore, it's a choice of what it is you want to do or whether or not you want to do it, that there are no more lines between the ag student and the FFA member. You are one and the same. One and the same. Take an ag class, more opportunities are open to you than any other class that is out there. So, you are eligible for an awful lot of different things. Take advantage of them. Find out what they are. We'll talk about some of those things next week during our first Wednesday CPC homeroom. That's your chance to compete, perform, or contribute in a lot of different ways. And the door is wide open. We hope to see you there. And I hope you had a great time today at our first Ag Symposium. See you next Friday.
Yeah, we do have a couple minutes left, so. If you're paying attention when you're in either Mr. Sankey's room or my room and looking up at the bulletin boards, you should see a list, a long list, of the different opportunities that can present themselves for you guys. So you're in our classrooms, just kind of check it out. You'll see who the go-to person is for that, and if you're interested, just kind of talk to us.